Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a WZ-132 or WZ-132. It's a Chinese Tier 8 light tank. It's located on the south spawn of Lakeville and it's under the command of Bounce-A-Lot. Now, game's almost about to start. Okay, we're off. Now, WZ-132, what does it have? Well, it does have a 100mm gun, but very light armour, which allows it to go very fast. And you can see there, I just highlighted its alpha damage, 250 per shot, penetrating 189mm of armour. And you can see the Bounce-A-Lot's done a quick pop up onto the... oh, now that batch at 112 ton, and he was spotted, but he did get hit, and... fires another round in. Reload time 6.3 seconds, which is actually quite long. Now there's a target worth hitting, an SU-130PM. Oh, lovely. Got him. Got a hit. But he was seen, so he needs to be careful he doesn't pop up and get a 13cm shell coming in his direction, because it would certainly ruin his day. Yeah, he just dodged one there. And there's an AMX-50, and he just took a 100mm round in return. So, yeah, he can't afford to do that too often, otherwise he is going to seriously lose hit points. He lost 326 from that one, so not a very good exchange so far. Now, can he get shots on that 5100? No, just missed him. Was he spotted? No, because he's actually using the bush mechanic actually at this moment. And no, again he missed that, but the bat chat just ahead of him got killed. And there's probably the culprit, the LTTB, and he gets one into him. But he's got behind the rock, so he's not going to be able to get another shot into him for the moment. That little bush on that outcropping there can actually be quite useful. The only problem is, if you go into the bush, you can be seen, and that means return fire. Now he's got somebody lining up behind him, and that's an SU-130PM, and he's moving around the corner, and that may not be a smart move if the batch at 12 ton got taken out. And that's the reason why. Yes, the SU-130PM and the enemy team has turned up, and that means there's going to be fire going in on both sides. The enemy one is suffering more at the moment, so let's hope our one's got the most sense to actually stay behind that rock and not do anything, because if he does poke out, he will get shot. And he'll get one-shotted out of the game from now on, because he is a one-shot. The other SU-130PM hasn't moved, but if he does move, Bounce-A-Lot's going to get a shot into him. Well, it looks like our team are doing quite well, because they've gone down to the other side of the valley. They've managed to push their way through, and they're holding the enemy back from popping out of the town. And that SU-130PM, where is he? Oh, he's still there, and Bounce-A-Lot gets him. But he takes around from the LTTB, and that Reveler Resay got in the way there, and he almost acted like a troll by stopping Bounce-A-Lot from getting back. It's almost like he was angry that his ability to actually get some damage was prevented. Well, there's another SU-130PM further up. What's Bounce-A-Lot got shots on now? An IS-3 in the town. There's also a couple of other enemy tanks in the town. That SU-130PM is a lot of danger from our guys coming around the corner though. And I have the feeling that Bounce-A-Lot can actually now move up. And that SU-130PM, I think he's just staying there on the opportunity that some of the tanks in the town do actually get spotted. And he'll put rounds into them. Can he get shots on that one? Probably yes. But he is moving up. And there's an AMX-50. That's the same one who fired at him before. But he's not firing for the moment because he's behind the bush. And if he did fire, he'd get spotted straight away. And he doesn't want that because he'd get 100mm rounds in return. And there's a TVP VTU who could do the same. By being here, he's actually providing his teammates with something to shoot at. Well, our assault coming down the valley has actually mostly been blunted. There's only an IS-3 there now, and he's facing, well, 3 tanks in opposition, including the SU-130PM, and there's the AMX-50-100 moving in, and oh well, he would have been spotted now, I'm sure. No, he wasn't. And that's amazing. I'm surprised he wasn't, but he did get around into the AMX 5100. Now, will the VTU try to do the same? No, he didn't. So what's going on? Why is the VTU not firing at him? Well, it could be because the VTU has now gone through the town and he's not able to get a shot. And you can see the SU-130PM gets out of the way. Scorpion leaves a gap that we can get through. They're still staying there just in case somebody shows up in the town that they can get an opportunistic shot into. But Bounce-A-Lot, well, he's going to go and look for the enemy in the town. And of course then he might pick up some assistance as well from those teammates. There's the AMX 5100. And he's come down the lake road. So it was a good job that Bounce-A-Lot did move, because otherwise that guy would have got a shot into him. And oh, there's Progetto as well. He can get a shot. The AMX 5100 is just behind the ridgeline. He's pulled back, but the Progetto's coming up. Oh, there is shot. Yep, got one in. And he was seen, so he'll need to get behind a rock now. Otherwise, the next shot could be into him. Now, where's he choosing to go? Well, he's pulled back behind these bushes where the Scorpion and the Borsig are. That Scorpion pulled back from the position on the lake road. That's a wise decision. And now we've got an IS-3, but unfortunately we just couldn't get it through the armor at that particular point. He went for the lower plate, but I think it was the angle at which he fired. Well, we've lost the SU-130 on the lake road. He's gone. The IS-3 got him, but we've got an FV-4202 and we got the spotting for that one. Now this tank actually shares a lot of the characteristics with the 5916, which of course is another light tank by the Chinese, but this one's slightly better, I could say. Now the IS-3 still there. Oh, Progetto, one into him, pulls back behind the rock just in case he was spotted. It doesn't appear he was, because he was double bushed there. And beautiful, he gets the kill shot on that Progetto, but he was seen, so he has to pull back into cover. The Borsig wants to get a shot. He takes out the IS-3. Or was it the Scorpion got the IS-3? Sorry. Now, that Lurver has gone in amongst the buildings a little further over in the town, and Bounce-A-Lot's going to have a quick look. Now, he's doing his usual in and out thing as he's playing. And yes, he does play around with his mouse quite a bit too much for his own good. Oh, he was spotted, and he took a 105mm round into the tracks. But if he can get behind that rock, then there won't be any further damage from that Lurver. And of course, the Lurver's kind of exposed himself now. And that was the enemy Arty having a pop at him. We now see where that TVP VTU went. He's actually in the valley. Now that means the Lurver is probably the only tank on the enemy team that's actually in the town. And once we've got that, we can move along the lake road and start going after the guys at the enemy cap at the other end. And all that one didn't pen because the angle was wrong. Can he get one into the lower plate? No, that one didn't pen. He's now firing the APCR. Needs to get a better angle, I think. He also probably needs to get a bit closer to that Lurver. If he can get alongside it or side on, I'm sure the shells will go through it. And of course, if he can hit it in the rear, that's even better. And yep, stop doing your bouncing in and out. It's very, very annoying to people watching a video. Gives them motion sickness. Well, there's the Lurver just around the corner. Thank you very much. I'll take the side. And that was a very nice shot, but he was spotted by that UDES-03 in the town. Quickly dashes across the gap so that the UDES can't get a shot into him. And he's now behind cover. Right, now it's time to get up on that UDES as quickly as he can. Get shots into him, take him out of the equation. Round the buildings until he can get to a firing position. Where is he? Should be in view at the moment, but I think he's behind a bush. Yeah, I think he's behind a bush over there. There's a bush. He's decided to go the other way around. I'm sure the UDES has pulled back behind the bush. The Scorpion's gone as far as he can without risking getting shot by the UDES. He's fairly low on hit points as well. What are you trying to... Oh, he's trying to climb up the rock. Can't do that anymore. Wargaming took those out. People aren't billy goating anymore. No point. And the Scorpion's got to the end and the UDES has disappeared. It looks like he's actually trying to defend the valley. The TVP's in the valley, so he was looking at and aiming a shot at that spot. No, I think you'll find the UDES is a little further around. There he is. And oh dear, he got the Scorpion. Side on and come on, get the reload in. Yes, got it that time. So the Scorpion just ventured out too far and it cost him. Now he's only been hit once in this tank, or once? No, several times. Got hit by the Arty as well for quite a lot, 320 hit points, but he's nicely in scouts now in that bush. Pardon me. The enemy can't see him, and he's asking the Borsig to move to a position behind him so he can then spot the enemy and the Borsig can finish them off. At the moment, the Borsig's in quite an open position there, and although he can use the ridgeline, the problem is that he hasn't got decent shots on all the enemy. And really, we need Bounce a lot to actually go in and find the enemy so that the Borsig can then do the necessary. Now, the Borsig's determined to go up on that corner. Oh, this could be rather unfortunate for the Borsig. You're gonna lose hit points, Sunshine, because there's a school bus around. The SU-14-2 is nearby, and he's got a big whopping 203mm gun, a howitzer, and oh, you can see the Borsig's lost 226 to the TVP VTU, and Bounce-A-Lot is doing his bouncing in and out. I'm going to stop that now. We've had enough of that, and he puts one into the school bus. And unfortunately the Borsig did get derped, but not wiped out. But now the TVP VTU knows that he's here. And can he get shots? There you go. Yeah, well, he did get shots, but he also allowed the VTU to get a shot on him. And now he's a one shot, so really he can't afford to push that TVP until the Borsig gets behind him. Once the Borsig's behind him, he's got to split his fire. He can either turn his turret and face the Rhinemantle Borsig, or he can face... Now he has! Okay, go for it! That's it. Oh, and he missed it! Now the gun is facing his direction, but he's throwing caution to the wind, and that's the last shot of the game. Gets his top gun. And game's over. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was an ace tanker game for Bounce-A-Lot in the WZ-132. I do wish he would not play with his mouse and move in and out all the time. It can be very, very annoying for a viewer. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a hand of God for surviving the battle and received damage from 4 different enemy tanks, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 8 in that one, and he also got a duelist and a fire for effect. And on top of that, he picked up a battle hero medal. He got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills, and he did get 6 exactly with that last kill on TVP VTU. He didn't get the highest damage in the game. No, that actually went to the Scorpion. 3,355 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was the SU-14-2 School Bus, who got 3,338. Some of that came from Bounce-A-Lot. And then the next high score after that was the Progetto with 2792 and the UDES with 2637. And then we've got Bounce-A-Lot with 2552. When it came to kills, though, he got the highest number of those, 6 kills. Next high scorer, the Progetto, got 3. 2 players on his own team got 2 kills, and 1 player on the enemy team got 2, and the rest only got 1 or nothing. When it came to base XP, it was Bounce-A-Lot who got the most, 1,291 base experience points, 1,029 to the Scorpion, 775 to the IS-3. He fired 27 rounds, got 20 direct hits and 14 penetrations. Yeah, he was having a bit of difficulty trying to get through the armor on some of those tanks. It appears the 100mm gun is not that powerful, not powerful enough, even using APCR. He did damage of 2,552 hit points, of which 1,420 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits from the enemy, and 3 of those were penetrations, 1 non-penetration, hit the tracks, and 1 hit by way of splash damage. That came in from the Su-14-2 while he was hiding behind the rock. And yes, it was very damaging actually, because it stripped away another 300 odd hit points. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and 1,841 hit points as spotting assist. On a premium count, he earned 28,739 credits, but he did have to use a fair bit of premium ammo in that game, and he used premium consumables as well, and as a result, he actually ended up with a loss of 14,654 credits. He did pick up 1,291 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,874 experience points altogether. So a pretty good game in the WZ-132 for Bouncelot. Again, I said I wish he wouldn't do that with his mouse controller, not to zoom in and zoom out, because it certainly does turn off a lot of people. They think, oh, I can't watch this, it's just too much for me to watch. And I have noticed that whenever Jingles gets one of those players, and he does occasionally, he takes control of the view so that he can actually see what's going on, and only clicks on to watch what the player's watching when they go to sniper view. And that's probably the best way to handle it. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.